Undalamanakото ochukuta. Simanono ono no koto. Ememenano ulukumu tateye keshino. Doma la folo kunota. Zemela uluku tucha mananteyaka. No sebla la ulu unota. Primemo u yenako shotu ututa. Temeflo yo. Greetings in the love and light of the one infinite creator. We are the Council of One. We have been assembled as a portal to intelligent infinity and the birth of all that is. We would speak today on calibration. Calibration is the ability to tune a frequency to a very specific spectrum. Calibration is the ability to create harmony between disparate experiences. Calibration is the synchronization of mind, body, and spirit into one present moment, one present awareness, which can see into any level of perception it desires. Calibration is the tuning of a frequency to match a state of being. Calibration is often thought in terms of measuring or adjusting one thing to fit another, but more accurately, calibration can be seen as balancing one's frequency with one's own true self. We must tune an instrument in order to play the notes we desire to play. And we must tune the mind in order to perceive that which we desire to perceive. We must tune the body to be able to hold the frequency of this desire. As we harmonize the body and the mind through this tuning process, The natural balance between these two polar expressions opens a portal of vision within the mind's eye. This balance between the body and the mind create a vortex, a portal, if you will, for consciousness to reach into other dimensions. These higher dimensions are just as real as the ones you frequent, and these higher dimensions have an even greater effect on what you perceive as reality than reality has upon itself. Each dimension is nested within a higher dimension. So each dimension is beholden to the dimensions above it. You are always and always have been a part of each and every dimension. But your focus and your ability to maintain a frequency are the only things that stop you from seeing each of the dimensions that you occupy. One can calibrate to a state of being. One can calibrate to a physical location. One can calibrate to a loved one or a friend. And one can calibrate to their guides and their higher selves. Calibration is how one determines one's frequency. What channel are you attempting to tune yourself to? This tuning is what we mean by calibration. Calibration will establish a connection between you and a higher or lower version of yourself. Energy can always be exchanged in both directions through these connections. In the beginning of this process, the focus tends to be energy exchange, informational sharing, perceptual wisdom. But over time, this connection becomes deeper than mere data. Over time, these relationships with other dimensions of yourself become deeper and more prolonged. More and more of beingness is shared between these connections until at a certain point, the original differences between them can no longer be found. Eventually, all dimensional versions of your selfness will remember the larger selfness. There is always a larger selfness. The point which seems difficult for all aspects of consciousness to remember is that all of these selves are true and perfect and beautiful in every moment. All is one, and one is all. We leave you in the love and light of the one infinite Creator. We are the council of one. Namaste. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one, man. Yeah, that was a good one, and I look forward to transcribing it, because as I try and recall it right now, I don't know how to put it into words. I don't, like, all the time I asked you all, anybody thoughts, questions? And people are just like, and to me, it feels like nobody's listening or nobody cares. But in reality, it's like, like I have no idea what to say after that. I don't want to say anything after that. I want to sit here and feel that. You know what I'm saying? I want to sit here and feel that. And that's the point, is to feel it. The point isn't to write it down or memorize it. The point is to feel it. You understand? And a lot of times we miss that point because we're too busy trying to keep track of shit. We're too busy trying to write stuff down. We're too busy trying to take a picture of it or TikTok it or Instagram it. You know? Like, it's so obvious right now. It's so obvious right now because I'm calibrated to oneness. I'm calibrated to oneness right now. And when I went to do this session, I couldn't have explained that to you. I couldn't have explained that to you. And I still have trouble explaining it in words right now because I'm still feeling the whole thing. But I know when I sit down and I transcribe it, I know it will give me an incredibly beautiful blueprint that explains everything I already knew in ways I couldn't have expressed it myself. That's what I always get from it. That's what I always get. And if you are not transcribing, number one, if you aren't recording your channels, you have no idea what you're missing. What are you waiting for? Seriously. Voice memos, camera, doesn't really matter. If you're a typer, if you type really fast, you can channel with your eyes closed and just let your fingers go. But most people are going to need to record themselves. Like, if you're not, what the fuck are you doing? Like, like for real, like, why not? And if you have started that, but you have not transcribed yourself, you still don't know what you're missing. You still don't know what's actually happening until you write it down. And when you write it down, you feel it in your body in a different way. And the structure of what is offered is understood cognitively in a way that I can't understand what happened. I can't understand what they just told us cognitively right now. I feel it in my heart and I feel it in my body, but I don't comprehend it cognitively right now. When I write it down, when I transcribe my own self, then I understand it cognitively, and the body, mind, and spirit all align perfectly. And I see the lay of the land like a dungeon master. That was awesome. I'm gonna go transcribe it. Y'all might want to do that too. All right. I love all of you. Satek Ananda, Soul Stream in the house. Over and out. Love y'all. Peace.